Hey guys, Anthony Beckham here, and today we are going to be talking about the recession and how the recession is affecting the Roseburg, Oregon housing market, why we're seeing price drops left and right, and how this is the closest thing to a buyer's market we have seen in years. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and hop right into it.
Here's a look at three different locations in different parts of the country. Home prices in Dallas, Texas, expected to rise 22% in the next year. Knoxville, Tennessee, they're expected to go up 23%. Even Roseburg, Oregon, which has a population of 23,000, the cost of a home is projected to increase 20%. I mean, with prices like these and rising interest rates, how can people find affordable places to live?
In our last market update, we went over two different schools of thought for what was going to happen with the real estate market in 2022. One being that inflation continues to run rampant and that we see real estate prices increase along with the prices of gas, food, and just about everything else under the sun. Or two, being that interest rates hike up so much that it starts to affect the affordability of housing, thinning out buyers and in turn stabilizing or even decreasing real estate prices. Well, a lot has changed in the last few months, with interest rates being somewhere in the mid 2% range, and then in a matter of weeks going up to the mid 6% range. Just to put that in perspective, a 3% interest rate on a $300,000 mortgage would give you a payment of $1,264, while a 6% interest rate on the same $300,000 home is a payment of $1,798. That is a difference of $534 a month on your mortgage payment on the same price house just because the interest rate went up a measly few percent. With the rising interest rates, we had a lot of clients decide that now just wasn't the time, because with that increase in payment, maybe their budget went down $100,000 or more less than what they were originally pre-approved for, which put a huge dent in people's budget. For about 3 weeks after that last big interest hike, it really did feel like the market just fell off a cliff. All of a sudden, we had a lot of clients saying that they just wanted to put things on pause, with the war and all the uncertainty, which made a lot of sense. However, over the last, I would say the end of July here, we really saw an uptick in activity in the market, and for good reason. Now that the initial sticker shock has worn off with these increased interest rates, we are starting to see buyers write offers again. And for the first time in a long time, actually getting offers accepted. Now, we're not seeing multiple offers on every property, 10 offers, several of them cash, tens of thousands of dollars over asking price like we were just a matter of months ago. And so now that things are cooling off a little bit, there's a little bit less competition in the market, we're seeing a lot more success for our first-time home buyers, buyers who need help with closing cost assistance, or buyers who are contingent upon selling their home first, actually have a fighting chance. And even though interest rates are much higher than what we've gotten used to, and real estate prices are still at an all-time high, this is the closest thing to a buyer's market as we have seen in years. So what about the price drops we've been seeing? That means that we must be in a market crash, right? Well, not exactly. I think that we're no longer in a market where a seller can unrealistically price their home and still expect 10 offers. Now more than ever, it's important that sellers price their home right from the get-go. What we're seeing is these sellers that price their home shooting for the stars, and of course, didn't get the traffic they were expected and had to make substantial price drops just to get buyers through the door. The days of selling a stinky house with stained carpets for $50,000 over market value are long gone. If you want top dollar for your home, you actually have to have a top-notch product in this new market. Dingy, overpriced houses with shoddy work just went to the bottom of buyers' wish lists. Looking at the statistics, we can see that we've seen a downtick in the number of units sold in July. We're seeing properties sit on the market for a little bit longer, and we saw a lot less listings hit the market. Inventory will likely continue to stay low because of the high interest rates. The reason being, what seller in their right mind wants to sell their house with a 2% interest rate on it and go out and buy an overpriced house with an interest rate 3 times as high? Not many. And the lack of inventory will likely help prop up the housing market from any big corrections for the time being. So the question is, what should you do? Should you buy? Should you sell? Should you move to Mexico? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. Most of my wealth is in residential real estate here in Roseburg, Oregon. I had a property that we were getting prepared to turn into an Airbnb that we actually ended up putting on the market and selling just to be more liquid during these uncertain times. I still know that Roseburg, Oregon real estate has been and will be a great investment long term, but I also know that we're just in a shaky place in the economy right now and that it's best to be cautious. It's not like I'm selling everything, preparing for the second depression or anything like that. I'm selling one of my 9 units just so I can be a little bit more liquid in the case that things do take a downturn. Maybe I can turn that 1 unit into 3 or 4 more units. So I hope that you guys found this information helpful, looking at some of the statistics, what's going on in the market, as well as what I'm doing with my own personal real estate portfolio. So if you guys found the information helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and of course, subscribe to the channel to learn what it's all about living here in Roseburg, Oregon. And the algorithm has a recommendation for you over here that I absolutely know that you are gonna love. So check that one out and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.